Okay, meeting recordings. Everyone's got their own flavor of meeting recording. My strong recommendation is Fathom. I really love how Fathom does things. I really love the notes from Fathom. I really love the summaries that it generates. It's really good at pulling out what the action items are and who is responsible for those. We have paid for Fathom for our team. So a whole bunch of people, 15, 20 odd people, we're paying for licenses for Fathom because we thought it was that good. But Gemini is hot on the heels, and I would say Gemini does now 95% as good as Fathom. 95% of what Fathom does. And so go ahead and check out Fathom. If you don't think it's absolutely amazing, Gemini might be able to do the trick for you. And my strong recommendation is that you automatically turn on Gemini for every single meeting inside your business. I've got a video on the channel on how to do this, but I'll show you again quickly just in case you haven't done that. Or you can always request this of our team. Just drop our team a quick message. But in your Google Meet settings, if you head along to your admin panel, admin.google.com, in your Google Meet settings, you can set a setting so that every meeting inside your company will automatically save notes to Gemini. And you can also have them automatically recorded as well. And if you've got a business standard plan, this is available. I think it may not be available on the basic plan, but you can see here recording. We have that applied right across the company. Every meeting is automatically recorded. You can turn it off if you want, but by default, it starts recording each time. And then automatic transcription, that is important. And then I've got a feeling that Gemini recording may actually be in the Gemini settings. So I've got to find generative AI. Okay, you've got to switch it on in all the different places. Okay, I've got it switched on there. Let's go back to my Meet settings, Meet video settings. There we go, Gemini settings. Okay, so it is in the Google Meet settings. Turn on Gemini Notes by default. You want to switch that one on, and that's going to have Gemini running on every one of your meetings. Now, the reason for this is, A, it's really useful, and it's an automatic note taker. If you've ever dozed off in a meeting and you're like, oh God, what did they just say? You can click that button there and say, what was just discussed? It'll give you the last 2 minutes. Or if you join a meeting 20 minutes late, you can say, catch me up, and it will give you everything that was discussed in the meeting up until that point. That is such a phenomenal feature. That is reason enough to switch on Gemini for every one of your meetings automatically. Next up, customer support. If you are managing customer inquiries, we just switched to an app called Intercom. We're still training the AI and getting it perfect, but it's doing a pretty darn good job so far. You can go to itGenius.com. Let's go do the demo. All right, so you can go to itGenius. On the bottom right-hand corner, this is Intercom here. You can say, let's ask a question. And you can say, hey, I'm interested in setting up a new shared drive. Can you give me some tips on how I should set up my permissions in Google Drive? So you can ask any general question about Google Workspace like that. And we have trained this on every one of our YouTube videos on our channel, all of the transcriptions. And let me tell you, this gives you pretty damn good answers, as if I was answering that myself. Cool. So this is my intellectual property. It's given its recommendation on how I actually structure shared drives. It's given you some information about different levels of permissions. And then it said, never use individual sharing, always put files into a shared drive. This is a phenomenal tool for you and your customers. And if you have blogs on your website, if you have content, you can just ask it to be trained. And then, of course, this is a whole customer support system. I'm not paid to say this. We're not a reseller or a partner of Intercom. We just love it. We looked at everything on the market, 30 different apps, and this was the most developed AI tool for customer interactions and AI-driven customer support. Only downside, it's bloody expensive. It's really expensive. And so, yeah, we spend 6 figures a year on this, but supporting customers is central to our business. So that's an investment for us. Another runner-up is Respond.io. If you want something simpler, that is also AI-driven support, which is pretty good. If you need more help with what we've covered in this video, itGenius provides support services to businesses all over the world with problems just like this. Click the link below to get started.